Hello, hello. How is everyone? Looks like we do not have game audio that I think should have. Yeah, we're definitely missing. Oh, no, we're not. Okay, there's my audio check. Gonna let this do its little bit of reading. So, Highline Kesh, in all heaven and earth, you are the form-shaping place, spreading fear like a great poisonous snake. Hymn 7, the Kesh Temple of Ninhursag. So, hi. Welcome to this week's Future Proof Plays. I will be playing Heaven's Vault, which is sort of an archaeological hunt game, archaeological dig situation maybe. We will see. I know that there are some puzzles of the sort that seem like they will interest me. This is a long game, so I'm just going to be playing a couple of hours of it, and we will see how I feel. I am one half of Future Proof Games. It's an indie game studio. Gregory Avery Weir in chat is the other half. We make small games generally focused on inspiring what we call audacious compassion, the ability to see the alien and the strange as human, to see people as complex. And so I'll be talking some about some of the work we've been doing recently on our stuff. We've recently done a couple of updates to Exploit Zero Day, which is one of our sort of ongoing, long-living projects in which folks are playing hacktivists, so hackers for good, for social justice. So anyway, I'll get into all that, but let's get rolling with this, and then we'll chat some more. How is the music volume for folks watching? Because it is loud in my ears, even at the minimum volume I can manage. Okay, I will go ahead and turn it down here. Alright, so this is going to open with a cutscene. It's so pretty already.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present. But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
Please climb carefully. You worry too much, it's not much further. Careful, you don't roll backwards. You worry too much. Was not expecting a robot. I mean, what am I going to do? Fall? Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please. Oh. Huh, okay. So, I can only move, like, if I hold W, I only move in these bursts. There's no, like, smooth walking. It's fascinating. Should I try and wander around? Yeah, I mean, perhaps, but even now it's still kind of, strange. Okay. There's two unexpected things. One is a very worried robot, and two is that I'm a very ponderous walker. A bricked up opening. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? And there's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet, but I think I can read it. Okay. Oh, cute. Heaven's Vault. University of Iox, some weeks earlier, or Eox. Let me pour some tea before we get into the next segment. I have been underhydrated lately. And weirdly enough, doing a stream reminds me to stay hydrated. Ah, there seems to be continuous walking and other folks' playthrough. Okay.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
Holy shit, this game is lovely. Mistress Aaliyah? Mistress Aaliyah Elasra. I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Miari. She's very anxious for your arrival. Huh. Whoa. Okay. We have a timeline here. Hopefully I'm not getting... Okay, so hopefully I'm not getting thrown out of the university. What? Okay, so let's interpret this here. So clearly this is going to, like, zoom out at some point, since we're doing this archaeological business. So, Holy Empire. I'm hesitant to click on things because I'm not sure. I get my third robot, I join the university. Miari takes over the university. Okay. Or takes over the planet? The city? I don't quite know the scale of this yet. Interesting. I'm gonna click on this, even if it, like, screws me out of this dialogue. Oh. The Holy Yaxan Empire, based out of the Imperial Palace and ruled by a deified emperor. So we've got a scale of... Oh, zoom buttons. Thank you. Whoa. The ancient time. What? I think there are question marks. The only relics from the ancient time are fragments of writing, but on EX they believe the distant past will soon become our future. Okay, so we've got baubles from about 4,000 years ago, apparently. This is pretty cool. Ancient Empire. Before the founding of the Holy Empire, there must have been something connecting the moons of the nebula. But what that was has been very much lost to time. We are going to find out. There's very little known of the years between the fall of Iox and the founding of the Iox Protectorate. Very cool. My birth and orphanage. This is so cool. I'm reminded of I shouldn't even mention a game if I can't remember the name of it. The weird I played it on stream. It was a cool investigative game in which someone had been murdered in a church, and or sort of as part of this sort of, yeah, as part of a church, and we were going and investigating, and as you were talking to people, you were building timelines. Yes, the demon game. And as you played and you were sorting out lies and truths, you were building a timeline, and sort of the look of this reminds me of that. Which, whatever game that was, highly recommended it. I finished it off stream, and it was outstanding. The ending is so weird, and I immediately wanted there to make more of those games. So, fun game, but I like a surprise UI, like a good surprise. Okay, so let's go see what okay, she's very anxious. Oh, so here it is. The professor did not account for her actions, but I imagine she's simply being welcoming this way. I was coming to see her anyway. So yes, this is a fast-moving dialogue system. So why she sent you? I'll ask that. Did you do something wrong? Yeah, I'm gonna check the options. That seems unlikely. My ethical core protects me from serious errors. And do you have a name, robot? Can I hit escape? Okay, just pauses. Good. Text speed. Let's just, you know what? Let's just crank that down. Is that intended to be a joke, mistress? No. Robots do not have names. We are, as I understand it, interchangeable. This way. You should know that the professor's urgency was remarkable. Maybe we should keep her waiting. Don't want her making a habit of impatience. I cannot recommend that course, mistress. Have I got a promotion? With respect, mistress, I think that is most unlikely. Ouch.
I was 15 when my Ari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness.
I'm not gonna, do this every time, necessarily. I just want to keep poking around in this UI. How granular can it go? It can go pretty far zoomed in.
I still don't know why she did it.
Professor Mayari? Aaliyah, there you are. Come in. Came as soon as you got your message. You want this robot to wait outside. Tell me what you want. I'll take the more graceful option. You don't need to flatter me, Aaliyah. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I know your work is important to you. My work is important to everyone. Tell me what you need. I'll do what I can to help you. I'll do what I can to help you. I don't know what the weird tension is here, but I can be nice. Thank you, Aaliyah. I appreciate your kindness. You are expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's a brooch. It's certainly old. Did you call me here to value it? Although it's certainly old. Empire period. The device is the eagle and sun. One of the scholars sent this to me. Janiqua Renba. Do you know him? Janiqui. Did you know him? Did. Look at the detail. I see them. Ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Aaliyah. But can you read them? Oh. Eagle Wing Bridge. I've never seen either of these groupings before. But the two words have some common elements. So they must have related meanings. Is that true? Let's try friend here. Oh. Let's go for holy and emperor. Oh, okay. Holy emperor? But I'm only guessing. Okay. This is me just fucking around. So I can see inscriptions. Unsolved inscriptions. 6 seconds ago, yeah. Okay, so this zoomed all the way back. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay. Don't know if this helped at all. What's this about? Janiki told me he found something that was more than a month ago. Janiki isn't like you. He's an Iaxan through and through. You mean he's soft? You've tried contacting him. You're worried about it. I don't want to say worried. I don't feel I need to judge these folks. He's important to me. And I don't know what he was doing out there. He told me he was going to a moon called Mercy. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Aaliyah. But you can. That's what you do, isn't it? Find things? Ooh. I'll see what I can dig up. Ouch. You need to raise my stipend. I'll look, but no promises. I'll look, but no promises. That's fair. Thank you. Come back soon, Aaliyah. Oh, brooch is always an interesting accent dialect marker. And Aaliyah, you're taking that robot with you. Can the robot have a name? Thank you, Professor. Aw. I long to see the nebula. Uh-oh. How did that manage to sound ominous? Oh, and before you go, you should look in on Huang. He was eager to see you. Eager why? Oh yeah, really? I couldn't possibly imagine. I know he's rather beneath you. What is this society? But you could at least say good faith to him. For the benefit of our little community. I'll bear that in mind. I'll go and find him. I guess I'll go and find him. He's down there by the tree. It's off to the left. You must have walked straight past him on your way in. Good hunting, my dear. Woof. I don't know if I like this society very much. Brooch. Yes. I don't know how I'm supposed to say those words. I mean, I know brooch, but like, I don't know what the thing that goes on people's necks is supposed to be pronounced, so I'll say it whatever way. I think both are valid. Should we go down, mistress? I guess so. Can I just say, Mistress Alia, I'm not actually controlling this walking. It is wonderful to be accompanying you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and take the politest route talking to this robot. And why is that? I find humans fascinating. And you are very different to most here. I've only recently been activated. I'm calling you 6. 6, mistress? I shall remember that. That feels like a joke. I wonder if I got Mayari's translation correct. I think I did. The shape shows this is an empire piece. Oh, I'm getting graded already. Okay. And the emperors believed themselves to be gods. So it makes sense that the words could be almost the same. I was expecting that one would have to accumulate more data, I guess, to validate the linguistic aspects. But it still doesn't tell me where did this thing come from. There's not a way for me to speed through this text that is showing up. Like, I want that text to show up quickly, and I want the reply time to be longer. Okay. So where did they find you, 6? Me, mistress? Like most robots on Iox, I was chipped carefully free from a concrete wall on the lower levels. Alia, tell me, are you still wasting your time on your curious notions of history? Let's see. Mary wants me to find Aniqua. Not now, curator. I'm busy. History isn't mine. It belongs to everyone. Most of us are decent people, Leah, and do not want it. You should devote yourself to a real science. Metallics, maybe. Loop philosophy. You want me to call loop philosophy a science? I'm gonna say Mayari wants me to find Janiki Renba. You haven't lured him into archaeology as well, have you? He was always so devout. Huh. What do you mean? Well now. Your ideas are hardly wholesome. All that death and decay. Most people think you will not be content until you've unearthed your own skull. Good faith to you, Aaliyah. May the waters light your way. I really hate him. Wow. Understandable, mistress. Well, that, Aaliyah. I didn't know you were back on Iox. How are you, Wang? I'm not staying, Professor Mayari. How are you? Just be nice. Well enough, well enough. I've been reading all day. It's nice. I just came outside to rest my eyes, and there you were. And now I have to go. I've got a new robot. What were you reading? What were you reading? The Annals again. Did you know Mazwai claims the Holy Empire was founded by 3 wolves racing to heaven? Each one tore the throat of the other as the 3 fell to earth. Are you really interested? Sure. Absolutely. Alright. Most people glaze over. The music is a little odd for this.
He began to talk with such passion that his eyes glittered, and he seemed to grow at least an inch taller.
Aaliyah? Yes, I had just been going. It was fascinating. That was fascinating. There's hundreds of volumes like that. Oh no. Sometimes I think there are 3 stories to explain everything, and none of them agree. Other times, I think there's just one story that gets retold for every occasion. I'll walk you to the dock. Do you know Janiki? Have you ever heard of a place called Mercy? What do you make of this brooch? This camera work is a little weird. That's a nice piece. I've not seen anything quite like it. Can you tell me anything? If you don't know anything, there's something written on the back. Let's get some eyeballs on that language. In ancient script? Let's see. First word is one I've seen before. It's a descriptive form of the word for God. Ooh. I'm gonna go with... Should have asked you to translate. Oh, well, oh yeah. We work best working together, I think. Okay, so this would be, I guess, another way to confirm. The symbology is classic Holy Empire, of course. The eagle and sun. Older, more ancient versions have more naturalistic birds. Oh, and it seemed heavy to me. Heavy brooches hold up heavy cloth, light brooches hold up light cloth. So it must have belonged to someone important. Do you know Janiki? But I know Rinba, of course. Well, a little. Why? Oh, these are good questions. What did he teach? When did you see him last? And what sort of man is he? What sort of man is he? A tall one, period. Kidding. He hasn't asked you to dinner, has he? Okay, wow. No, I thought he and Professor Mayari were important to each other. Does that happen a lot? Does that happen a lot? With Renma? No, not that I know of. He's fairly quiet, keeps himself to himself, likes his robots. Sure, if folks will read sufficiently quickly, sure. When did you last see him? He was here at the university. Maybe 2 weeks ago now? Let's see. He and the professor were good friends. So, Huang saw Rimba after the professor did. After Mayari did. What's that? I don't think so. No more than she is with any of her ex-students. What did he teach? He's a roboticist. One of the best. One of the few. Did you say did? Has something happened to Janiqui? I don't know. I'll let you know. By the waters. Before you go, it hardly seems important now, but I found a line of ancient in the Annals of Mazwai that I thought you might like. If you have time, that is. It's just a person's life hanging in the balance. Show me, I'll let you know if I have time. That's rude. Always. This is true, we do archive them. Here, see what you think. They're also archived here on Twitch. Okay, Empress. I know one of these words. I'll have to guess the other two. Buried, banished. Robots. Okay. Probably not laborers. I mean, buried robots fits with things we have learned. About, like, 6. I think that's correct. Did robots give orders, but there weren't any robots in the Empire? Robot emperors? But there weren't any robots. This suggests otherwise. I'd best not keep you. I hope you find him. Shall we proceed to your ship now? Well, I want to see, like, I want to see what this kind of inscription sitch looks like. Oh, okay. So I think I could change that. But something that was of interest is that it did not show me. I would have had to come in here, I think, if I wanted to, like, compare symbols. So if I had needed to guess that this was Empress, it wasn't going to put something in that UI for me. I would have had to hit tab and come in here and look at this. Okay. Okay. Just getting a sense of things. Okay. Okay, so Mercy is a moon. It's where Janika told the Professor Meyer he's going right before he disappeared. But why does a roboticist visit a rice farm? Vernaki is a market moon. Okay. It's a puzzle game, I think is fair. It's an investigative puzzle game. I think because they're still sort of considered sort of open for question, I think it's okay if I got it wrong. Like, I think I will build my understanding of the language as I go. Let's ask 6 if they've sailed before. I have no idea, mistress. But I'm keen to find out. And so we left the hallowed halls of the university. Ah, this is kind of cool. Aboard the Nightingale. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine. The journey to Mercy should be quick, mistress. Nice place. You think Mary's friend is in trouble? As I say, mistress, we should know shortly if we depart. And let's get to it. Hopefully we'll be in time to help. Whatever has happened to Janiki, I will prepare the ropes. Going to a moon. And there are ropes involved. Ooh, there's other places. Alright. Let's plot a course. Sailing to Mercy in the Verdant Pass.
Mayari wanted us to sail to Mayerzi. It was a short sail through vast waters.
Well, I am... Okay. This is not... It's a little more... It's a little slower than I expected, I guess. Sweep sail, what it did was bring the sails in, which gave me an initial burst of speed, but now they are not going back out again very easily. Well, actually no, sweep sail does not do what I thought it did. Sweep sail does not seem to do anything. So perhaps it is already swept. This is your ship, mistress? Trying to stay in the middle. What do you think? have. She's very beautiful, mistress. Whoops-a-doodle. Where's my ship? There we go. Is this going without me now? But I cannot help wondering how you came by her. Yeah, this is all nothing to do with me. That's Mercy. You can see the greenery from here. Okay, so that's a fun, weird little bit. I feel like I gotta figure out what all is my doing versus what it's doing. You know what I mean? There's like a... Pressing buttons didn't always feel like it was doing something, but it probably was. Yeah, it seems like it's a boost, but there's a long delay on it, like a long cooldown on it. If friend was here, I need to find him. If he's not, I need to work out where he went.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Look at that little piggy. Look at this place. I'm not gonna sound all cool and distinguished like the voice actor. Breathe the air. I cannot breathe, mistress. Look at that statue. Look at the face. But rest assured, I am most happy for you all the same. Well then, let's see where Winbuzz got to. If we're really lucky, he'll have found an old pot. Okay. So, where do we start? There's a series of rice terraces. If we climb up away from the water, can I do that directly? That should take us to the village. This way, then. The way this, like, picks up and drops...
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
Me controlling the characters is a little weird. It's definitely something I'll have to get used to. Ooh. Not stomp all over these people's stuff. Look at this thing. Truly hideous. Oh, wow. Where is she from? For the material, I would judge it was not quarried here, but most likely close by. It's very big, you understand. You can't be sure? No. It has been here long enough for its various radiation signatures to have faded. Someone's carved something. Well, we know I like a good carving. Symbols in the ancient script. I'm sure everything is going to very conveniently be in the ancient script. I might be able to translate them. So, holy... oh, wow. Huh, okay. These glyphs resemble my word for emperor. And this word is also like my translation for emperor. I mean, holy water goddess? Water seems like too easy of a pick there. But I literally have no other data, so. Or holy snake. I like how they pick things that a wave could be associated with. That's kind of cute. Okay. Does holy water goddess make sense? There's certainly plenty of water here. Maybe they have a pig god too. She's guarding their most precious resource, keeping it all fertile. We are just gonna plow straight through with that, those guesses I just made. So it goes. Can you do a scan for Janiki or something? Mistress has mistaken me for a dog. Wow. Perhaps you believe if I had a scrap of clothing that I could trace a scent. Wow. So how are we supposed to find him? I have visual scanners of exceptional acuity, mistress. If I see him, I will let you know. You're not the first robot I've had trailing me, you know. Every time I break or lose one, they give me another. Whoa, that sounds like a threat. I can't figure out. They must take my safety very seriously. I do not like the way robots are talked about. University cares for your well-being, mistress. Alright. Let's get some clues. Rice. I feel better having done that. Do they grow anything else here? It would not appear so. Excuse me, friend. I don't think I could have talked to you. I've never understood Professor Mayari. You know she brought me to Iox from an orphanage in Elborth. And now she keeps giving me robots when I keep losing them. I really don't know what she gets out of it. She's spying on you, obviously. Perhaps she likes to be kind, mistress. Not kind to the robots. Sending them off to die. Knowing how Inkle feels about class, I'm sure that the shitty way folks talk about robots is intentional. Ooh. Can you say more about Inkle and class? A warehouse. Sob. So why can I hear crying? I will wait out here, mistress. You. Do I know you? You're from Iox, aren't you? My name is Aaliyah. Oh, 80 days, that's right. My name is Leah. Then you are not her. Not Mayari. That's who you're waiting for? I heard your voice. You're Ioxen. But you said Aaliyah. I don't know that I completely caught my own last name. But if I was adopted, then let's see. Alright, I'll go with do you know Janiki Renba? Okay. So I was not adopted by Mayari. Let's see. He told me someone might come. Verify. Janiki. My tall Ioxen. Uh-oh. He left something for this Mayari. I had when with the goddess to keep it safe. When I had asked what kind of man is he, I joked a tall one, and turns out. What did he leave? He said it would show you the way. Good faith to you. And I hope you find him. I'm not Mayari. I have to go now. I don't want them to see me talking to you. Yes, for anyone watching, yeah, Mayari is the professor who sent me here, and adoptive guardian, which is why I wasn't sure if my last name might end up being Mayari. But she gave me a left hand of the goddess. Now, why would he do a thing like that? Can I? Let's go now. Is there like a way to see that, like, there we go. Okay, so I can eventually zoom my way around back to see when it was that something was left. Okay. Most curious, mistress. You heard? But I did not understand. Except that it would seem someone from Iox has visited here recently. Do you think there's more to be learned here? Perhaps we should return to the ship. A woman said Janiki left something. Oh, look at the pig. With the goddess. I want to find it. This pig is distracting. Huh. How much higher? One more level, mistress. Good faith, master. My apologies, Ioxen. Ooh. My pigs need me. Please, if you could just locals don't seem surprised to see me. Or to see you. I imagine robots collect supplies from here routinely. The locals, I note, also do not seem pleased to see you. I love how it's just like a pig every which way. I know the goddess is back down the stairs. I just want to poke around a little bit. Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. The degree of, like, detail on this bush as compared to sort of the abstractness of this sort of, these terraces. Oh, robot asks, are all the moons like this? I've seen so very few. Some of the nebula is like this. But not most. It seems pitiful to me. Ouch. Rude, robot.
3 paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
That vowel was different than I expected. Stranger. Or stranger. Greetings. Greetings to you. Welcome to Mercy. You have come to trade? This is a beautiful moon you have. It is wet enough for us, certainly. Perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for someone. Who? Not a Marison, surely. We are alike as ants to you. That's not true. I'll be diverted from my purpose. So you are looking for a Marison. I know my friend Janiki was here. I met one of your villagers. She knew him. Maybe don't throw her under the bus. She? What was her name, this villager? Nope, 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 nope. That's not important. Even if she told me, I wouldn't tell you. Trust is a problem between our 2 moons. Still, I can imagine who it was. If we had seen your friend, if he had met with an accident among us, what would Iox do? I should probably update. I should have updated Nightbot before beginning my stream. Whoops. I just want to know where he is. We have not seen him. Now leave. I don't understand why you're lying to me. The man sighed. Your friend was here. He left in a ship. been something exploded in the sky. I do not know if that was your friend. But I do know we found this close beside our goddess. Here. A shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? It is most curious. This moon does not contain any crystals of this type. Indication of the crystal moon somewhere in the cyclones. What kind of crystal is it? Iolite, mistress. Valueless. Okay. So, Renba brings a crystal to the moon, then crashes, and then I get the crystal. Okay. I can keep it. It is worth nothing to us. Keep it and go away. Good faith to you, lady. Rude. It seems as if Renba left. And has left us. Shall we leave? Good faith, sir. Ho-ho! What is that? Stacking? That game? It's very hooting in such a fashion. Is the shard enough to find him? Perhaps. It's interesting. There are times where I cannot tab into the overlay timeline thing, and this is kind of one of those. There must be something to discover here. Something here to discover. Okay, somewhere in the cyclones, but I don't know enough to find it yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we want to narrow that down. But do I know how? Hi, adorables. By my faith. It stinks here. Oh, rude. I do not believe pigs are known for their hygiene, mistress. Mayari's brooch. The stone inside it is the same as Renba's crystal. Yes, it is. I was going to point that out. Undoubtedly. Evidently, they come from the same source. Good faith to you. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna head back towards this statue, which... And can we find that source? Is that poop? With some analysis, mistress, I believe we can. Time to go? Not just yet. Don't rush me. Alright, heading... Mistress, if I may ask, if you weren't rooting in the mud for lost roboticists, what would you be doing at this moment? I'd be sailing the uncharted reaches of the nebula looking for shipwrecks. There are places out there where no one's been for hundreds of years. There are echoes of ancient voices. But no. Instead, I'm standing in Pigmonk. The fact that I kind of randomly stop walking to talk is a little weird. Otherwise, I'd be scouring the markets of Elbereth for interesting objects. Things have a life of their own, 6. Things survive. Things travel from moon to moon, from person to person. Does that sound silly to you? Things traveling from moon to moon? Hardly, mistress. I am a thing. Or maybe I'd be in the library with Huang reading up on old transcriptions. When the Empire was founded, they threw out the old way of writing. Erased the past entirely. But it's all still there. You just have to know where to look. Yeah, I don't think, like, given how they put those icons on things you can interact with, I don't think there's anything to find here. I must say, mistress, despite your cool manner, I am extremely excited to be working with you. I've never left Iox before. Let's see. Also, I've seen stuff I've seen suggests that sailing around an area can find stuff that narrows down locations. Okay, so maybe just heading to that region. Back to the ship, 6. I think I could have clicked on that from back there, actually. We've done all we can here for now. That's my mistress. I'm very sore today. I might take a break soon and stretch a bit. Aboard the Nightingale. Rinba left a crystal for Mayari to find, but what was he trying to tell her? We could otherwise sail to Iox and tell Mayara what we've learned so far about Rinba. I'm not going to do that. I'm quite certain in my analysis, mistress. The crystal we found, mistress, and the element inside the brooch, they originate from a moon somewhere on the edge of the cyclones. I'd never been that way. Cyclones is a dangerous wild. Let's go. Never been that way. No one has. Those are wild rivers. Buck wild. I wonder, what exactly did Rinba discover? We'd better find out. Put out the sails, 6. Where next? Let's plot a course. the verdant pass, sailing to the Iolite moon. Are there other ships on the rivers? I guess we haven't seen any. Oh, I have not seen any. Hey, that looks like something. There are other ships out here. Come on. But you rarely see them. Everyone goes at the same speed. Okay, well, I wanted to get what was up there, so no one ever passes you by. People who like people stay on the ground. Oh, I see what's maybe wrong. So you don't like people, mistress? That explains a lot. Tell me. Is there anything you do like? I like history, obviously. So gorgeous. You will need to turn left shortly, mistress. Try not to hit a bunch of rocks. I do not have camera control here, really. Which is, this is cool. Something about the sailing that's like not fast enough to be exhilarating, but almost is. Whoops. Backspace. Where's my backspace key? Alright. I was holding down W, and that does not actually seem to be the right thing to do. Pressing W repeatedly seems to be the right thing to do. Was I supposed to turn here? Alright, so sweeping up this way. No other arrows, so I keep going. There's not a map. I think the Iolite moon is close at hand. Oh, W is a sweep button. Okay, well, then I shouldn't have been pressing anything. Other than... Hello, calmly enveloped. Okay, so I have sort of optional paths. How are you doing? There's a rock up ahead. What have we found? I appreciate there are no awkward docking scenes. Above the crystal moon. Why would anyone come to a lonely spot like this? Maybe they don't like people either. I'm okay, might be ill, not sure yet. I'm going to take a test in a bit. Oh, thank you. And that's a bummer. I hope you're not sick. Let's see, there's no surface flow. We cannot land the ship. Uh-oh. This is as close as we can get. Rinba must have gotten down somehow. Indeed. Most likely he used a hopper. We might do the same. Is it safe? Let's ask what a hopper is. Because I have an image of what it is in my head. The Nightingale is fitted with a hopper, of course. For instantaneous travel. Oh, that kind of hopper. Like, to hop. How does it work? There's a source. The source fires at a subject and casts it into the hopper's eye. The eye refracts the signal and is focused and reconstituted. Reconstituted, like better than bouillon. What? Is it safe? Not really, mistress. No. This moon does not have any air. I will have to go down alone. No air? So, what was Rinba doing here? I hope I will discover that. Please wait here. What else can I do? I wonder if this is how she loses robots.
A moment later, the robot was gone.
If she didn't know what the tech
and
was.
I was alone in the dark.
What were you up to, Rinba? What makes a roboticist leave Iox? When Iox is the only moon in the nebula with robots. Seems quiet up here now. It's always just when you get used to robots, that they disappear on you. Mistress. I found something, mistress. Rinba hid this box down there? It was a superb hiding place, mistress. But whether it was Rinba's doing or not, I could not say. Yeah, this game, I don't remember when it came out. But yes, it's relatively recent. Apparently there are novels that came out alongside, or it came out like very recently, like this past week or something. It's very cool so far. There are some things about it, like conversation, like these conversation bits are just like unstoppable, like inexorable. Like I can't pause without pausing the whole game. I can't let options sit, or it will move past the conversation. So while it's here, I should say, I hope that you were only a regular normal type of ill and not an ill that a test would return a positive on. So I hope you feel better soon, regardless, because that is a stressful thing to go through. Oh, 2019. Okay, so older than I thought. I hope there isn't a snake in here. It's a fair concern. A roll of cloth. There's got to be something in there. Thick fabric. Janiki, what is this? Some kind of robe. Hey, how are robes held closed? But it's hundreds of years old. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters, picked out in a darker thread. Of course, in the ancient script. This is a long one. Let me think. Okay. Citizens, weaker quickly pilgrims. Ah. Okay. So, I picked Prey for this one because of the relationship with Holy and Goddess. But maybe it could be Follow. Although that says a lot. So if these final two, I assume my mouse shows. If these two final glyphs are like Goddess, then could be pilgrims. I mean, I like how these are all just like different parts of speech. They're like, you really don't know. Here's someone reminding me of Star Wars. I've not seen enough or paid close enough attention to Star Wars to notice alien writing in it. Alright. I think... Sure, we pilgrims pray? I have no idea. I could still change my mind, but... We pilgrims pray? The question is... Ooh, why did he hide this? Were you a pilgrim? Why did he hide this? Oh, the character I'm playing as. Yes. There's more in here. Yes. More artifacts. Goddess of Water statue carved from stone. Beautifully preserved. And here's an inscription on her head. Is that a single word? Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be read. Like writing Pearl. Let's see. I only have one confirmed word in this mix. Am I doing that? Okay. Let's see now. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if I keep building on the assumptions that I'm making, then if the combination of these things is prey, then like this could be like bless or something. I don't know. Bless holy light? Sure. Sure. There's so many questions. I could see what Huang thinks when I get back to Iox. Huang will know. Most likely, this comes from the same site as the robe. So, this new find should be useful in tracking down where these things originated. But that's not all. There's also a clay goblet for drinking. How did Rinba get his hands on all this? The inside is heavily stained. Must have belonged to a heavy drinker. It doesn't have an etched message around the base. But I think this is from a different place than that statue or the robe. In fact, I don't think we've seen anything like this goblet before. So this comes from somewhere that's entirely new to us. So are these leads? Or are these things that Rinba... Are these things what Rinba was after? Please wait, mistress. I will consider the matter. Can you work out where the robe originated? I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress. Oh, the frowny face. But Professor Mayari is keen that we find Master Rinba. And I am sure Master Rinba is equally keen to be found. Uh-oh. I think we just always have the option to go back to the university and be like, nope, show me where he went. I'm not exactly certain, mistress. But I believe Rinba traveled far from home. Into the eye of the cyclones. Movie Arrival. Yes, that is one of the things that appealed to me about this game is to see what that sort of system could look like in a game form of piecing together what little you have. I like the fact they leave the question marks on there to make it clear it hasn't been confirmed yet. I'm actually wondering if I could go back to Iox, talk to Huang, and then come back out. I don't know if I can keep going back and forth or not. But for now, we shall continue. Oh. So I could... I have to tell Professor Mayori that Rinba's ship blew up. Don't know how she'll take it. Perhaps it could soften the blow if I was certain I could go there next. Or I could keep following Rinba's work. You can indeed stop by Ox and leave again. Okay. You know what? Let's do that. I want to see whether it's, I get in part whether it's useful to do so. That's a long trip. Sailing to Ix and Iox in space via the wires and the Verdant Pass. Mistress, I think the site of Rinba's cache may have been a quarry. Woof. Hold on, 6. I cannot. I feel like that's probably not the right way to go. We're in one piece. Okay. We appear to be. Now it's fast enough to be exhilarating. Also, I believe the stone was the same. Oh, it's used in the Goddess of Mercy. Okay. A ruin! I would guess it dates from the Holy Empire, mistress. I will investigate, mistress.
The robot hoppered away, and I was alone.
Just teleporting this robot away.
Then it came back.
I recovered a heavily scratched water-bearer goddess model, fashioned from brass. It must have come from somewhere nearby. Her back appears to be inscribed with characters in ancient script, mistress. This one is a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. Ooh. Okay. So I see that there. I mean, I see that in there. I'm feeling confident about my translation of gods. And us must be correct too. Must it? Really? That leaves one word to guess. Oh. Ooh. Protect. High above us. Save us. Totally gonna be a guess. I'm gonna say protect. Yeah, so I really like this so far. It's very, it's just very, like a quiet, contemplative sort of thing. It's come from the same place as the statue and the brooch that we discovered on the site of Rinba's cache. It must have been common to travel between the two places. We're in a rapid. That's exciting. We'd better check the hull when we next land. Boring. I've been analyzing the purple robe we found in Rinba's tool chest, mistress. The fabric appears to be of a significant age. Please steer right ahead. Is it the kind of robe that would need a brooch to hold it. I'm gonna weave my way out of this fucking rapid. Indeed it is, mistress. I would go so far as to say I can detect the pinholes, mistress. Just erase mistress from your vocabulary, if we could, please. Well, that was a weird little detour. Back in the Verdant Pass. I wonder what this language is like in terms of text. Is each character representing a meaning, a sound, a letter? Unclear. There hasn't been any discussion aside from that little bit about writing
They
down
say
spaces.
on Iox that the rivers flow with the souls of the dead. Anything to scare you to the ground. Where am I going next? Okay. Aside from that one little remark about spaces, they haven't said anything in terms of like words versus... Whoops, I picked the wrong way, maybe? Oh, okay, they gave me advance notice. So yeah, they're making a fair number of assumptions, I think, in this process, which I guess we're supposed to just sort of take as like, this is something she has a certain degree of expertise in. Whoops, oh no! Pass control to 6. That's interesting. I can just not do this. Set us down. 6. We should tell the professor what we think happened to Rinba. I think it would be interesting. I've read things about linguistics. I know a little bit about linguistics, but I'm not, like, fully educated in it. I think it would be interesting to see a game that, like, tried to keep kind of a pleasantly simple user interface like this, and went ahead and drilled down a little more technical on the language aspects. I think it'd be interesting. Whether it'd be fun or not, or if it would just feel like you were doing someone's job, I don't know, but... What do you think of the sculpture? It has a pleasing balance to it. Ooh. These are bad... Not bad options, but, like, strong options. I agree. Mayuri must like it, too. She has a model just like it on her desk. The Tree of Knowledge. Or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. Let's see when this tree was planted. 450 years ago. Until you finally reach the sun. Wherever that is. I went outside the university grounds once, exploring. It was a very beautiful moon. You can tell it was once lush, fertile. There must have been huge forests, lakes, and rivers. They're all but dry now. How does that happen to a moon, mistress? I don't know. I suppose they cut down all the trees to make chairs. Or ships.
The Ghost Stack is a game that uses many nouns and verbs that are never translated, and you need to use syntax to figure out what you can do, even if you never understand what their actual meaning is. Huh. There can't be that many more robots left. There were a few hundred in my cohort. What's a cohort? My manufacturing branch. It is hard to explain. They're your family? I recognize myself in them. Is that the same thing? Oh, shit. At any rate, we would all appreciate it if you took more care of your robots. Oof. Let's see. Finally, here you are, at the Delcot of Tondum, where Doshas div. But the Dosheri Lut is crinned with clouds. I'm in. I like it. Aaliyah, you're back. But I don't know if I want to ask what you found. I'll tell you. If you're ready to hear it. We found a crystal. Rinba found it first and left it on Mercy. For you. The same crystal as was in that brooch. And where is he now? Oof. Why isn't there an I don't know option? Shit. And the cyclones? They're not gonna let this one fade. Oh no. What do I say? In the cyclones. Dead, most likely. Torn apart by the winds. I don't have evidence of this. I don't have enough evidence of this. You're certain? No, Professor. We returned before we had properly resolved the issue. We have a lead. Local people saw a fireball in the sky. I came back to tell you. He's dead, Professor. Wow! No one sails through the cyclones and comes out again. Especially not a roboticist. Aaliyah, I want to know for sure. And I want to know what he was doing out there. He told me he learned something about the fall. You didn't tell me this before. I know how much you struggle with our beliefs here. Our protectorate is the empire of old, and the fall will come again. The loop tells us that the past is prophecy. And if we're not ready for it, we will not survive it. What are you hoping to find? Everything on Ax was destroyed. So we thought. That's what Rinba was doing for me out there. Trying to learn how the fall will occur. But Rinba found something inside one of his robots. Inside? He found a way into a robot. Into its core. The robot told him something. Set him to digging up something on a moon near Elboreth. He hired laborers from the Elboreth markets to do the work. And then I heard nothing until he sent me that brooch. But the robot knew about the fall, Aaliyah. The robots know everything. Okay. So, just a couple of months ago, was this whole excavation effort. Okay. Let's see. Not a text adventure, but Captain Blood is an old French game where you communicate with aliens using conceptual icons, which can mean different things to different cultures. That's pretty cool. But you don't know what Rinba found, or where. No. The laborers themselves might know, if you can find them. Do you really believe this? I'm growing tired of your cynicism. Yikes. Find what Rinba found. We have to know what will happen. Where's this rude-ass attitude coming from? Like, I'm aware that academic culture is pretty rough, but this sort of like, fuck you, go do this dangerous work. If I say no one comes through the cyclone and survives, and then you're like, you need to go there and find out what's happening. Like, come on. If you just want me to die, just ask me to die. Is Huang around? I have no idea. Most likely, where else would he be? Please, Aaliyah. Leave me to think, my dear. Oh, Totem is another cool one. Oh, one last thing, Aaliyah. If you notice anything strange about your new robot, you tell me. Uh-oh. I think I understand you. Robots are valuable things, Aaliyah. I want to know immediately if anything happens to this one. What the fuck? I hope that's clear. Clear? I'm glad to hear it. Huh. Valuable things. Do you believe her, mistress? Do you believe in the loop? Of course not. Well, it's wishful thinking. Or fear. But still, Rinba found something. I don't mean to keep losing them. It just seems to keep happening. Everything's fine. Then they throw themselves over a cliff. Throw themselves? Or are they pushed? Oh shit. Oh shit. Depends on the robot. What kind of evil son of a bitch am I? Now surely we must try to follow Janiki's trail further. Should we leave now, mistress? Not yet. Am I pushing these robots? So were you really dug out of a wall on Iox? I believe I was removed from a wall. The exact events are hazy. I'm looking for Huang. So how did you end up in a hole on Iox? I have no idea, mistress. Actually, I could walk and talk at the same time more easily. I do not know when I was buried or what I had done to deserve it. Professor Mayari assures me it is part of the Great Loop. Doesn't it bother you that you don't know where you came from? I understood you were an orphan, mistress. Does that not bother you? Of course it does. But orphan children aren't like robots. They're common. Everyone knows how children get made. But surely knowing that makes no difference to you, mistress. Well, I do not want to go back to the ship. Okay. None at all. Oh no! Okay. Look at this thing, 6. Did you know it's the oldest thing on Iox? Or so they say. It is said to be a sundial, mistress. What do you make of it? It seems to me the sundial could never have worked, mistress. At least, not in this location. More glyphs. This one is a phrase, run together. So that matches. Okay. Oh. Okay. So Emperor protects. Probably not. Oh, they say these this. That's fair. I guess it's another sort of random pick from my perspective. Like, it could easily be people or you. Well, I have we correct, so. Alright, fine. Does Emperor protects you work? An Empire period work, then. Or older, with the motto etched in later. Maybe the sundial isn't a timepiece at all. Oh. Could be a tombstone. Maybe there's an ancient king underneath it. I have not detected anything. I know, 6. People have already looked. Alright, where is Homeboy? Six, what do you know about the Loop Temple? You can go underneath. I'll go underneath this bridge. The Loop priests claim that life is a great cycle. They believe that all that happens has happened before. Literally happened? Do they think we've had this conversation before? I believe that is the idea, mistress. Aaliyah. Good faith to you. Is it true? The probability of it is incalculable, mistress. There's no meaningful data. Ah, found in the library. Which brings me to my next question. The Loop Temple is extremely well placed, mistress. They have a lot of money and significant power. Anything labeled a library? There's not much labeling. Let's... I lost the map button as soon as this person started talking again. Loop Temple are my owners. Can I? No, I can't get any more granularity of map. But you're owned by the university. By Mayari. Yes, mistress. Indeed. Is there... back up towards windowed space near the sculpture. Maybe. Yeah, let's see if this is it. Yep.
The library is a quiet spot to think, except when Huang's in there, which of course he always is.
Aaliyah, you're back. Did you find Rinba? It's complicated. That's sounding like maybe you didn't. Did he go native on some wild moon? I've heard there are places out there where people get up to all sorts of things. Sounds like you've been reading too much again. There are books in here that claim all sorts of things. A moon of ghosts, a moon ruled by a buried god, a jungle of trees made of teeth. You want to come sailing with me sometime? By the stars, no. You can keep your space demons. Yeah, the phrasing "go native" is bad. It's bad news, isn't it, about Rinba? Yes. My character's so convinced he's dead. I'm not. I didn't know him, but professors. They're supposed to die in soft chairs watching the fountain. Yeah, this game is, like, the way they've talked about Huang being beneath my character. Have you found any artifacts you want me to look at? You're right, I should choose not to respond. I should just let it sit and see what happens if I don't answer. Let's look at the robe first. What do you make of this robe? Very fine cloth. It must have belonged to someone important. I've seen this kind of thing before, too. Wait a moment. Now, where's that volume? I've really got to tidy up sometime. This is an early Empire shroud. It was found on a splinter in the spiral. I've got one of these words in my notebook, but I can take a chance on what's left. Yeah, thinking about the shadiness of imperialism, when I was on Mercy with the Rice folks and wanted answers, like, I always had an option that, like, Iox would come and threaten or harm this moon. So yeah, there's all sorts of sort of nasty components of imperialism there. Divine light. Divine light never dies? Good enough to run with. It's an emperor's robe, Alea. Perhaps an emperor died under it. Do you want me to archive the robe? I'm not finished with it yet. Last emperor goes into hiding. The fall of Iox, the emperor traveled to the Eye of Cyclones to hide. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm not finished with it yet. Oh. Well, of course. I'm just gonna lug it around. Show him another artifact. I made a few finds recently. Oh, yes? Let's look at the model. Can I? There's a fragment of an inscription. I read it as, "Gods protect us." Yes, I think you're correct on protect. Excellent. I'm glad you agree. Interesting. I've seen something similar, I think, that was also inscribed. Let me see now. Here. This was marked onto a broken figurine of the full-bellied goddess. It was found floating in the wash near Elboreth. I don't know if it's related, of course. I love how this game's like, Great Empire of Iox fell, there's a weaker Iox in charge. Funny enough, Iox culture thinks history is a loop, so Iox will rise again. Yeah. They're very invested with, like, resources in this narrative of the rise of their own power. Oh, Foundation. What do you think of it so far? I have not watched it. Holy Waters. reclaim everything? It has a lot wrong with it. That will do for now. Do you have any more like that? Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. I'll take the heavily scratched model to the archives then. Yeah, you can take that. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. The way it showed the rebels being hyper-competent in one respect and very incompetent in others, how fascist Tennessee rebel. Yeah, yeps. That's very true. Said he was coming back. Can we snoop? It hurt Mike's feelings if I said so. But these books are all recent. Most from the last 50 years. Oof. Maybe returning shortly is not, only by a certain definition. Well, I still had more stuff to do. Also the genetic, there we go. Also the genetic dynasty isn't really that heavily questioned up until late this season. Yeah, that's worrying. Got a few things for the curators. Glad to hear it. Let's do the goblet. Have you seen anything like this goblet? Now, I've seen something a bit like that, if I remember right. Only this one was inscribed. Now, where is it? Over here on this table. Here it is. It's a picture of a wooden flagon. It was found in a Renaki market some months ago, I think it said. Huh. The second word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Never... Never be dry? I guess. Do you have any more like that? Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. Let's see. Not very sure about Harry Seldon. It's good what he's trying to do, but he just seemed like he's trying to create a cult to be a savior in some respects, and yeah. I am not finished with that goblet yet. Aaliyah, I can't help but notice you seem to keep back a lot of things. Things that belong here in the university. Oh no. Where they'll be safe. Oh, they're important for my research. They aren't artifacts, they're objects. They have purposes, places, histories. I need them to understand the nebula. Right. Of course. Sorry to, I'd best get on with some work myself now. Elia, about Rinba. Did you tell Mayari already? Why? Oh, no reason. Just interested in how she'd take it, that's all. Huh. Since you went off looking for him, I began to wonder if they were closer than I'd realized. I don't always notice these things, Oof. Well, I told her. How did she take it? She was never gonna cry on my shoulder. I suppose not. Is this game saying something about how understanding the individual words people say is only part of communication? I think so. I think that's a fair, it's a fair read. And matches, I mean, you're definitely trying to build a bigger picture, both in the artifacts and in the language itself, right? Like, each word, I think, has generally had multiple sort of meanings on them, right? Like, so, yeah. And I don't know, there's a whole lot of cultural, they're doing a good job of having a lot of cultural sort of subtext in conversations, without, there's not a whole lot of exposition, or not as much exposition as there could be, but like, why does the professor think that Huang is beneath her? Like, what is this caste system? What is this ranking that's happening? There hasn't been an explanation of that. Did you know Rinba was hiring laborers? No. What for? He was exploring, looking for something. But I don't know what, and I don't know if he found it. Maybe you should ask them. Maybe. There's a market on Elboreth, isn't there? So I'm told. You've never been to Elboreth, have you? No, it doesn't sound like my kind of place. Huh, what does that mean? Speaking of what this game is trying to say, who is this Mazwai you're always reading about? She was a sailor from maybe 20 loops ago. She was a traveling monk, mistress. Another thing. About Rinba. Do you know what he was doing out there in the nebula? I didn't know him. That's not what I asked. Aaliyah, are you all right? You seem shaken up. I just want to know what's going on. It doesn't make sense, any of it. Why did he go out there? Why did Mayari send me out there? Why wasn't there anything there? You'll figure it out, I'm sure. I was in Twitch chat the other day, and like streamer said their friend told them what's misunderstanding or not understanding isn't only on one person in a conversation. Usually it's two or more. Yeah, I think it can be complicated. I feel like it's very I see people who think that it is their job to make sure other people understand them, and if someone does not understand them or interprets what they said differently, then it's on them as the speaker entirely. And that's hard to see. It's rough to, because it's just not how I agree that is not how communication works. We have this idea that we can control other people's understanding, or that if we just say something a certain way, we will achieve some sort of mind meld in which both people will understand, which, in my opinion, like, removes the agency of the listener. So if you say something and someone misinterprets it, and you're like, well, I must not have said it right, it acts as though you have control over everything in that conversation, and it's just not true. That other person has both conscious and unconscious control over how they interpret what they hear, and then how they reflect that back, right? What they do once they understand it. And so yes, understanding it's not so binary either. I think I hear people act as if something is either understood or not understood, and then yeah. And Greg, also a good point about sort of neurotypical hegemony. I'll see you soon, all right? Bye. Allow me to depart. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? Let's do it. Leave the moon. And so we left the university. I think this is a good time for me to take a break. So I'm gonna, let's say 5 minutes, probably slightly less. I always say it's gonna be 5 minutes, and it never is. So yeah, I'll be back, and we will take our next leg of this journey. have returned. Okay. So I'm probably only going to play for about 35 more minutes till the next hour. Wherever a good stopping point is around there. And then I'll probably... This feels like a good game to keep streaming, honestly. I'm inclined to put this one on a calendar and start doing my own streams again. So, let's take to the river. Rinba's crystal. Can I, like, walk around? Okay. Can I go in here? What's in here? Nope. It's beautiful enough. That doesn't explain what Rinba was doing with it. Ah, Wibbles. That's great. I love it. Thank you. Look out there. It seems to go on forever. Mistress? What are the rivers? 6. Flows of oxygen, hydrogen, ice. Their velocity keeps them coherent. It's like they're going somewhere. The rivers. But they never do go anywhere. They just cycle around and around. Yeah, that this little thing, and then, you know, the fact, the scale of it when you're actually navigating kind of does a good job of showing the scale of the ship. Yeah, the stylistic movement, I really like this sort of, it gives it this sort of storybook quality that I think is appropriate, that you are, since you are endeavoring to effectively, you know, compose a story, history. I will ready the ropes. Alright, so talk to the laborers on Elboreth. Try for the Eye of the Cyclones. Let's talk to some laborers. Let's, like... Elboreth is my home. It's where I moor up when I want to sleep well. But not today. Not today. Well. Can I not go there? Oh, I can't go there. Okay. Not yet. Alright. Well, let's do this. Sailing to the Eye of Cyclones in the Cyclones. I don't think it was going to let me go out into space. Like, I don't know that I could have left. If Rinba was hiring laborers from Elboreth. The lady who runs the market there should remember him. Then again, maybe you're right. Okay. On this... Oof. Okay. My second right I'm gonna try and take. Not that one. I have to stop pressing W. It's not that sort of game. Not that sort of stream.
All the rivers of the nebula flow to Iox in the end. If you tie off your sail, Iox is where you'll wash up. It's the heart of the nebula.
Okay, this is gonna be like
Or else
horribly
it's the
annoying.
gutter.
I don't know that. Oh, and I can't go this way anyway because the flow is going the wrong way. All right, let me try again. So I'm here. I'll take the next left. And then keep going. Not take the turn. Woo! There's no way I'm going to be able to navigate and read the text. Okay. So I don't go to the left. I stay to the right. There does not... There doesn't seem to be. If I can't, like, navigate to it, then there's no... It doesn't even look like I can go back to the site of the cache. This is perhaps more linear than I thought. So if I want to come down this backside... Okay, so I just stay on this weird curvy path. See, okay. Must be talking about the cache site. Uh-oh. Stay to the left. Oh no! Oh no! Well, that might be a... Where am I now? Yeah, I don't think... Oof. Okay, so I could take the 1, 2, 3rd. No, everything is flowing the wrong way. Dang, I missed it. I have to loop all the way back around. I think I should just follow the plotted course. That's... Okay, so now something about who he found there. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure we'll learn all the things in due time. Do you think Rinba found the body of the last emperor somewhere? So why hide the evidence the way that he did? You will be aware that the loop requires that bodies are burned, mistress. Huh. It is a practical requirement of the loop. Oof. The soul cannot come again until it has left its original body. So they cremate to free the souls so that reincarnation can happen. Our route goes right, mistress, but should it? Yes. Hopefully, there'll be a cool spot where we can see something new, like an artifact or whatever. The Emperor's body was an important find for Rinba to make. Maybe even serious to someone. Imagine if someone was claiming to be the Emperor's loop. So Rinba left a trail for Mayari to follow, starting with that brooch. Oops. Trying to stay in the center of the wave. Then he continued on his journey. I'm gonna pass control and see what happens. Do you want to try, 6? I can try, mistress. If you are certain. This sounds worrying. Mistress, I can indeed sail. But from here we are in uncharted waters. Wait, what? So he must have found something else. Did you just, like, get us lost? I guess just jumped us ahead. So he must have found something else on that moon near Mercy. Either of the rivers leads to our destination. Sure, we'll go this way. What if the rivers aren't natural at all? It's a fair question. What if they weren't created by storms or magnetic fields or anything like that? What else could they be? What if they were drawn by a painter with a brush? I like this idea. How would such a thing be done? Imagine a ship dragging flows behind it the way a plow drags out a furrow. Why do I feel like I'm just going in circles? A tapestry of cloud and smoke. The well springs drive the flows, mistress. Where am I going? Don't tell me you believe the well springs are natural. Okay, getting there. They exist in nature, mistress. Oh, come on. So, I have not talked much about our recent work at all. So, last night, yesterday was Friday, yes. Last night, we released a new job in Exploit Zero Day, like a new quest, a new mission. Which is very exciting. It's the first sort of new free quest that we've done in a while. Fun. Let's hope that was the way we wanted to go. And this is guiding you through building what we call a home cluster, which is like a highlighted, like you can make however many clusters you want in Exploit Zero Day, but this one is like pinned to your account in sort of a way that's like, this is my showcase of good work. Huh. Why would someone wish to conceal that the last... Okay, so that's where I stopped before. The last emperor had not been returned to the rivers. Perhaps because someone claims to be the emperor returned? 2 new jobs, yes, but this one's freely available. Okay, so if you play Exploit Zero Day, period, no money involved, if you just have an account or go make an account, this job is available to you. We also released the next job in Headless Swarm, which is our paid season of content that is in development. This will have... Headless Swarm has a total of about 9 sort of main jobs, and we released job 7. So it's also very exciting. Headless Swarm is... the fact that we've released job Vicinity of the Eye of Cyclones. The fact that we released job 7 indicates that we finished job 8, basically. Uh-oh. I did miss important plot here. Our data suggests that the Eye of Cyclones should be nearby. Something, both Mayari and Rinva being dedicated members of something. Could also stop by doing that. So anyway, Headless Swarm is sort of reaching towards its conclusion, which is very exciting, and we're happy to get a new job out in that as well. So yeah, Exploit Zero Day is free to play in general. You can play puzzles, make clusters of puzzles, write your own story in those clusters of puzzles, roleplay your character on the forums, all sorts of stuff. So highly recommend folks play that. There's also a free season of story in Exploit Zero Day, which is called Black Echoes. It's about a woman who goes missing, but is not missing. So, yeah. If you like cyberpunk and cyberpunk themes, heavy on the punk, heavy on the cyber, Exploit Zero Day is a fun way to dive into something like that. Huh. We will have to choose one and explore. I see it. There's something up ahead. A moon? There's air, but no upriver, mistress. We will need to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. It's quite safe. Ah, okay. That one's up. Okay. And when it said the Mayari and Rinbo are prominent members, I'm guessing, of that university and or religion. Well, Rinbo waiting for us here in the center
hopper
of the
fired,
storm.
and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour. But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
A pile of rocks, mistress, smashed together by the waters. It seems Janiqui had a taste for places like this. I have a feeling about this one. It's the last one to be empty too. Okay, I wonder why. Perhaps he did not like people. This way, then. I hope he'll be pleased to see us. Do you think we will find him? I prefer to believe that we will. I suppose you might call it hope. Perhaps Rinba is waiting for us just around this corner. We can hopper him back to the Nightingale, and this chapter of my life will be done. Oh. Perhaps, mistress. Perhaps. The most distinctive eyes that robot has ever had. Don't know what they're saying. Other than, yeah, right. Hold it. 6. What's that?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house. It was fine,
Telescope on the roof?
tucked in below the overhanging rock. Wooden beams, mud brick walls, shutters. Large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
Someone built this? Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress. It's funny. They are putting this building as being very old. How did Janiqui find it? I hope we can ask him, mistress. Blocked with rubble and ruin. This whole place must be slowly peeling away from the cliff. Perhaps you might forgo going inside. So what should I do? Let's go back to Iox and say, we got so far, then we gave up? You don't think she'd send us right back here? I do not think that Professor Mayari wants you to sprain your ankle, mistress. I know you don't have feet, 6, but honestly, they're not as delicate as you seem to think. It's a bit of a drop. So do not fall, mistress. Can I? I could vault over the wall here. Seems like a safe option. Please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give way beneath you. There's no other way. Here goes. Made it. Floor seems sound enough. 6. Where did the robot go? Look at this place, Aaliyah. Just gonna talk to yourself. There's no robot with you. No one would live here.
The ghosts were still here, cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty, but it hadn't been abandoned.
Why build something as big as this out here? Who was it for? Oh. Mistress. It is good to see you intact, mistress. How'd you get down from that arch? I could not climb over the wall, so I drove myself off the cliff edge. Once I had dug myself out of the sand, I found a door. I could slip through here. I cannot, mistress. I'll be right back. I wonder if this door's jammed, or if it might open. A painting. Look at this. Swirls and flows. These are rivers. The detail. It's beautiful. These look like the rivers of Ghost's Wake. But no one goes to Ghost's Wake. Huh. Is there an inscription? Of course there is. What game do you think we're playing? We're playing inscription. Oh, wait, no, never mind. This one has several words. Swirling scratches. Okay. So there's take. That's the only word I know. There's not enough here for me to guess the rest. I'll have to hope I see these sequences again. Definitely a map. But not of this place. Somewhere else. Yes, Inscription is a very different game. Did anything new pop up? Ah, there it is. Okay. So we know what region it's in. say the on-foot navigating and talking business is very, it's a lot. It's the not fun part is just the mechanics of it. Someone curled up here by the fire to keep warm. Someone died here, mistress. You sure? The evidence is minor, but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death. Why are you smiling? Rinpa? No. Whoever died here died scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces. But they are old. So where are the bones? The person who lay in state here was only removed recently. Are you saying Janiki took them? What remained of them? Someone did. That's horrid. Why would he do that? I am unsure, mistress. Something must have led him to this place. There must have been something here that he needed. You're right, Greg. There are relatively few expressions. That's even more horrid. It's a good point. I do have questions about this robot's knowledge, however, after the discussion of the robot knowing about the fall. I don't trust Professor Mayari, since she doesn't seem to treat robots any better than anyone else in this universe does. There's an inscription up here. Water goddess. I know one of these words. I'll guess the rest. Goddess. Yeah, it really will be a guess. I mean, this could be light goddess instead. I can't question everything, or I'll never pick anything. Let's see. Water goddess probably doesn't love fire, right? Water goddess blesses fire. This is a fireplace after all. Water goddess from Mercy? Is this place directly connected to Mercy then? I wonder what makes farmers ship whole tree trunks out here to build a mansion in the middle of a hurricane. These are good questions. All right. Well. Oh. This looks interesting. Beautifully made. Much nicer than everything else here. I estimate it to be hollow, mistress. There's something inscribed on the lid. Might be a clue as to what's inside. Cool. Haven't seen any of these before, I don't think. Coffer lid. More words I don't know. Okay. Wow. This is really gonna be just like throwing stuff. Okay. Okay. Let's say treasures. I like short words being short symbols. Great. The real Heaven's Vault starts here. Treasures of Great Truth. Fuck it. Maybe there's a book in there. Mayari will be most excited by this find, mistress. Whatever proves to be inside. Whoa. Truth? Truth about what? Open it up then. 6. Not locked, mistress, but stiff. And I lack fingers for leverage. Aww. I'll just try for myself. I don't need to be judgy about it. Move over. Let's see if I can shift it. Curses. I've got fingers, but I can't get them under the lid. Oh, get a crowbar. Yeah, I'm very fond of 6 as well. We must have something that can snap it open. I'll wait here. I'll return shortly, mistress. I hope that my character begins to grant them more personhood. And perhaps this mistress business can stop. I wonder if I can find anything around here. Okay. Well, already sort of... Oh, before 6 gets back. A workbench. Ah. Whoever lived here would have needed to be self-sufficient. The house has been built right up against the rock face. Must have been cold here. Whoever lived in this place would have kept their fire burning constantly. I wonder what they did for wood.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
I'm back. Okay. Although I really must stop throwing myself off that rock. That was fast. Hoppers are extremely fast, mistress, as am I. I did take a moment to inform Professor Mayari where we are. Oh, that's why I wanted to find something before the robot got back. She was most interested to hear of Rinva's discovery of this place. Yeah, I didn't ask you to tell her anything. My apologies, mistress. It seemed an opportune moment to communicate with her. I will go and open the box now. Don't damage it. Did you hear me? Done, mistress. You really should come and see what's in here. Why was I just standing in the doorway in the first place? Let's see then.
And there it was, just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found.
6. Look at this.
From inside the coffer, from the distant past of the nebula's once great empire.
Incredible.
It was a crown.
Eagle and sun motif. Oh no. Should not put it on. The eagle and sun motif. Just like Shiniki's brooch. The mark of the Empire. Could this be the crown of Iox itself? What's this crown doing out here? Was this a seat of power in the Empire? This place? It doesn't seem possible. There's something written along the rim. Okay. Rivers of light we... Huh, okay. Wind... Rivers of light we... Sail? There's a combination of never and everything here. Which could be forever. Let's see. Robot is interesting because, in part because the folks it was coined to describe were synthetic biological beings. It's derived from the Czech rub or slave. Interesting. Yeah, that's particularly icky. I don't think the word wind is correct there. Is this crown what Mayari wanted us to find? Is this why she sent us out here looking? Mistress. I will have to tell her, mistress. Her motives hardly matter. So we can at least now be open at the fact that the robot is... I will wait for you down here, mistress. I cannot climb stairs. Yeah, she closed that chest like there was something offensive in it. Bam. So at least we're being open about the fact that 6 is has to report in. Or both. Huh. Okay. Well, this is... Isn't this the one where we had looked... Yeah, and there was rubble. Okay. So it's at least partially blocked. There's no camera control. Whoops, I didn't mean to go back downstairs. Bye. Hardly comfortable. It's a bed. If the Emperor really lived here, then it wasn't just the Empire that fell. There's an inscription here. Someone just chiseled on the side of the bed. It's old, barely visible. Scratched into the plaster. Oh, wrote on the wall. Okay. I am not sure. This could be... I think these are just going to be pretty wild guesses. Like, the death part, I could see death being related here, but that's very long. I fear death? It's beautiful. Script writer was dying. Everyone fears death. Everyone fears death. Yeah, I don't think 6 does either. But then not everyone dies alone. The angle is interesting too. Scratched by someone lying down. Okay. So I do want to wrap up the stream soon. Is that a shoe? That's a shoe. It's definitely a shoe. A 450-year-old shoe. I love it. Alright, we'll go back down. The building won't actually cave in on us, will it? I cannot guarantee that, mistress. It was made by farmers. Oof. Rude. We've collected one intriguing artifact here. The crown. Also, we have pinpointed the new location of interest. The site from the mural. I suggest we take the crown to Professor Mayari directly. We must also inform her of our theories about Rinpa. Did I go? You wish me to activate the hopper now, mistress? Oh, if you wish me to activate it, I will. Not just yet. There must be more to this place. There probably is. I want to know who died here and what happened to Rinpa. Okay. I think... Let's take another look inside. I think there's a place I did not go. So if we go upstairs and then out. Yeah, okay. Let's see what's up here. Ruin and rubble. What's this? It's quite different than the rest of the building. For some kind of telescope? But the position and the bearings are fixed. The material on this is totally wrong. Is it metal? Rubber? It looks like something Roy might have built. I must remember to ask her about it. And there are scratches in the top here. Something fitted inside the frame and was removed by force. Did you take something, Janiki? But if so, what was the stand meant to hold? Huh. Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. Oh, Rinva. That's your ship, isn't it? Well, a glint amongst the stones. There's something wedged here. A torn small book covered in curious calculations, dating from the Ioxan Empire. The spine has been marked, too. This one is a faded piece from an even longer phrase. Does that match there? And that match there. So my translation, death, doesn't feel right now. Excellent. Hopefully, I can make some better guesses this time. Cool. I've not seen anything close to the second word. Pilgrim and stranger? Friend? Does pilgrim and stranger make sense? Oh, I can now visit Elboreth. If only we could read the whole volume. Let's say this comes from the moon depicted in the Emperor's wall mural. Should make it easier to find. So I think, yeah, speaking of like this game being good at responding to things you do, I think it's also just got like so many little nooks. Like this whole time you're walking, you could almost always be questioning and remarking and whatever, right? And if I were playing like entirely solo, right, I'd like crank the text speed up and be doing that as sort of part of my style of play, I think. Although I feel like I'm getting plenty as is. Smoke must be Rinba. We thought he'd blown himself up. Or crashed. Shouldn't have run around saying he died. You have acquired one more interesting artifact here, the torn book. I'm sure Hoang will want to catalog it for you. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Nope. Okay, first we're gonna do this. channel. Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Dug out. There must be a wellspring here. A feeble one. One that requires every drop to be used. Water would have run down the channel. Right past the house. Imagine having a stream of your own. Not a bad way to live. If you can withstand the soul-crushing loneliness. Oh, good grief. What is a wellspring, anyway? A source, mistress. But what is a wellspring? How does it work? It is a source, mistress. It has no mechanism, as I understand it. Okay, this last inscription, and then I'm wrapping up the stream. This one is a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. Shrine. Alright, so Emperor's something forever. Certain my translation for forever is right now. Oh, good. Now let's take a stab at that new word. Ooh. Sleep. Live. If the term for dies is correct, sleep could be closely related. I could still change my mind, but Emperor sleep forever? Emperors, just as I thought. Okay. If I don't stop, I'll keep playing. So. So yes. This has been, this is Heaven's Vault by the creators of 80 Days. It's a fascinating game. I'm definitely going to play more. I might stream more. I'm going to on vacation for the next week. So there won't be any, my normal potential slot would be a Friday night. That won't be the case. But I really like this game. Quirks aside, I say quirks, things I don't like about it aside, is very fun and very good, and I'm very curious what the mystery is here. So all of our stuff as Future Proof Games is over at futureproofgames.com. We have new content released in Exploit Zero Day, our puzzle hacktivism game. We released the Rosette Diceless Companion a couple months ago. Wow. Last month, maybe. So that is available. We have a newsletter coming out soon, as in probably within the next couple days. Greg put the link to subscribe there. We are also entering into the fall season, particularly with regards to excessive capitalism. So on various storefronts where there will be discounts and sales, you can find our stuff there. We always discount more steeply on itch.io than we do on Steam because we like it better. And any game that we have that is on Steam, you would get a Steam key if you bought it through itch. So whatever those dates are, whenever they happen, our stuff will be around and for sale on discount. So yeah, Greg will be playing something in 2 weeks from now. I don't think that they have picked that game yet, but stream information is our schedules over on futureproofgames.com. So one last thing to plug, which is a project of Greg's. And then I will wrap. Greg has released a tabletop role-playing game called Fusion Time over on itch, and it is oh yes, Greg does not know what they're going to play. Fusion Time is a GM-less, meaning there's no game master, game in which you are defending your home from an invasion by fusing with your sort of party mates. So, like Steven Universe, where you sort of have, I forget what the name for that would be, but fuse with your friends and, you know, various other sorts of media properties like that. Anyway, I'm tired, I'm babbling. Fusion Time is cool. It's been a lot of fun playtesting it. So, yes, everyone have a delightful holiday, if it is a holiday for you, and a restful time if you are away from your day jobs. So, thank you all for watching, and have a good one.